everybody, thank you so much for joining me for this video today. So today I am talking about my first day using PoshyVa, which is a virtual assistant company where they will share your Poshmark closet for you, and just about my experience so far with them. This is just day one. So far I am actually really happy with the program, and I hope that it continues to meet my expectations, I guess. So I heard about PoshyVa from Facebook. It was just advertised on Facebook, and so I went into it and I looked at their website and began the process of signing up for it, just to kind of see what kind of things that they offer. So before I actually decided to do it, I did watch a couple YouTube videos. There isn't a lot out there, it doesn't seem like, but I wanted to post this video for you guys, so that's something that you would maybe be interested in. So far I'm happy with it in my first day, and I'll tell you kind of where my Poshmark closet has been before this happened, how it was going, and then how it's been going today. Obviously this is just my first day review, so it could get much better, or maybe it will be worse. I don't know. Hopefully not. So first off, I want to talk to you about where my Poshmark closet was, and I'll talk to you about like kind of what I was doing on Poshmark and what kind of sales I was making on Poshmark in the last 2 weeks. And then I'm going to talk to you about signing up for PoshyVa, and then I'll talk to you kind of about what has happened today and how I'm happy with it today. So you kind of where I stand so far with it. So I generally share my Poshmark closet generally once a day in the morning. I would share usually 200 to 300 items. I do have, I think, about 600 or 700 active listings on there, but I generally would not share all of them. I would share usually I would share a good chunk, and then sometimes I would just go down and share the ones that were, you know, like when you're sharing, you can share a certain item in a certain spot on the screen, and if you click that and then scroll down a little bit, then it'll be in the exact same spot, and it's easy to click and move, and makes it really simple. At least I noticed that. I think a lot of people that share a lot probably noticed that. So sometimes I'll just scroll down and do like just one line of them and share those. But generally I would share 200 to 300 items a day. So I wasn't sharing my entire closet every single day, as I just don't really have time for it, and I get so bored after a while. And yeah, partially I don't have time, partially I get bored, partially I'm lazy. I could put more effort in where I don't. So I think we all kind of have that, where we could do a better job at something. We just have to put the effort in, and sometimes you don't always feel like it's paying off. I noticed that when I list on eBay, I sell really quickly, but on Poshmark, you gotta list like a bunch of stuff to get any action. Now, I have been spending more time listing recently on Poshmark. The last few days, I kind of got off a little bit, and it did affect my sales, but I wanted to kind of get back on the ball, and I also wanted to see if I could get a virtual assistant or something just to share my items. And when I saw this on Facebook, I was super excited about it. So I would be sharing the last couple weeks. I'd share 200 to 300 items every morning when I got up. It was approximately 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning when I would actually share them. I get up earlier than that, thankfully, but I generally would not share until that time of day. So a lot of you know I am a reseller, but I'm a full-time teacher, so during the school year, that's what I do. I teach. So during the summers, I have a lot of extra time. But last week, my church had VBS, and I was there every single day, and I had to get ready and prepare for it each day and everything. So I did not have a lot of time to spend on eBay or on Poshmark, and so I would always share, but I wasn't listing really super consistently. So as I become more consistent this week and the past weekend and this week, I have seen sales pick up a little bit more, especially on eBay, but not as much on Poshmark. But so I was, for a long time, I was selling like 1 to 2 things a day, sometimes 3 on Poshmark, and then obviously I would be selling on eBay too, but this is more Poshmark. And that was really great, and I was really happy with that, and I was, wanting to ramp it up, but I wasn't super concerned because I was doing pretty good. Well, like last week and a little bit of the week before, it was like every other day, 1 item. Last week, I think I only sold 2 or 3 items, so it really went down a lot compared to selling 2 items a day. You go from, 14 items a week, approximately, 14 items a week to 2 items. It makes a big difference. So, I decided when I saw this advertisement on Facebook that I would go into it and I would just see what it is. And so I began the process of signing up for it before I actually gave them my payment information and all that, because I wanted to see what the options were. So they have different packages. They have like a 1-week package, what was it, like a 1-month package, and then they have another one that's like a monthly package, but it's like a really, I think there was 2 or 3 of them. There was like 3 or 4 of them. But then the one that was after the monthly package was like, I want to say it was like over $200. So the package that I purchased was actually $89.99. I know sometimes they do have coupon codes, but there weren't any that I could find anywhere for the time period, when I signed up for it. So what I did was I just obviously went in through Facebook, and then I actually went to their site and looked it up, and they have different options that you can choose, like a different times of day. So they had morning, afternoon, evening, nighttime, overnight. So they had like 5 or 6 options on times. They also had, you would choose, like if you were Central, Eastern time, whatever time that you were, time zone you were, you could choose that. You also could choose if you wanted it to all be self-shares, if you want it to be community shares, if you want it to be a combination, balanced combination of both, if you want it to be more self-shares, then community shares, if you want to be more community shares than self-shares. So you kind of could choose kind of what you wanted. I chose on mine, which with mine was for a month, every day, and I chose like the mid package because the 1-week package was taken. They didn't have any more left, so they only have so many options. And then if that one's sold out, they say, then you'd have to go to different options. So I went to the monthly one because I wanted to try it for a month, because I feel like a week's really not quite enough. The week one was only like $25, but the month one was $89.99. So just, you're saving a little bit. Only like $10, but okay. So I chose the one that was 1,000 shares a day plus another 500. I don't know why they say plus, but I think that's what it was. Maybe it was like 1,000 times 500. I can't remember. No, it couldn't be. They wouldn't share that many times, right? I think it's like 1,000 plus an extra 500, 7 days a week for 30 days. So that's the one I chose. And then the different levels, you can go into it, but the different levels would tell you like how many shares they would do. So I paid for it, and I had it start today. What they do is they send you, and I have an account just for, at the bank I have an account just for my reselling business, so they didn't get information that was like personal to me, like they didn't get my regular bank account information, which I don't think they can see the whole thing anyway. I did have to change my password to a special password that they sent me, but at any time I can go in and I can change that password, because we have notifications that come to us, to the app on our phone, to our email if we've changed a password or anything like that. So at any time you can change your password if you feel like, for some reason, you feel like it's not safe. And so you could do that. Obviously, then they wouldn't be able to share from your closet, because they have to share as if they're you, because when they share as if it's you, it boosts you up higher. This is what I've heard. It boosts you up higher than if they share as somebody else. Okay, so, and that's sharing to all my, I have like 59,000 followers on Poshmark, which is a good amount, but ergo, I went from like 20 to 60 in probably 10 months, and that's just following like 100 people a day. Okay, so you might think, well, I don't have that many, so that's going to affect, it will affect obviously how well, maybe how many people see your item that are your followers, but it doesn't affect where you are in the search. So if someone searches for free people, boho top, or whatever, if you're the last one to share it, you're going to be up there at the top, right? So, and most people do purchase on Poshmark by actually going in the search bar and searching for specific items and not from their feed. So that's why it's so important to do self-shares, because it's going to boost you higher than like a community. Like if someone else was to share your item, that's what they say with the algorithm. It doesn't boost you as high as if you share your own item, which is why PoshyVa has to have your account information, because they have to share as if it's you sharing. Okay, so anyway, they send you like a long kind of like an encrypted password that has letters and numbers and stuff like that. So you have to change your password for the amount of time that they're doing the VA virtual assistant for you. So I went and changed that, and like I said, they don't have my regular account information. They only have my reseller information. So that is something to think about if you're concerned about that. Oh, just open up an extra account. It's free at most banks. As far as I know, it's free everywhere at all banks, but my bank, it's free. You can have as many accounts as you want. So that's the account that's associated with my Poshmark, not my regular checking account, just so you know. Okay, so this video is getting way longer than I wanted to, but there's a few things I had to explain. So you go and you make your choices. They'll send you an email, a confirmation email, and then they send you an email with the attached password. And then once you put that in, you go to PoshyVa. I don't know, it was PoshyVa something. It says it in the email. It's not just PoshyVa. You have to go to a specific part of it, and then you would put in your order number so they know you're ready. Okay, so they know you're ready to start. So that's all I did. It was really simple and easy. Within a couple hours, I had everything that I needed. I would say maybe 2 hours. They had sent me all the confirmation, the email, and everything. And then obviously you have to check your email, because you want to make sure you get it on time, especially if you're doing it the next day, which I was doing it, wanting to start today. So far today, I had one offer that I countered, and I had 2 sales. So I'm really happy about that, because right away today I'm already making sales. People are constantly sharing my stuff because the VA shared other people's items, so people are constantly sharing my items. And it's been like that all day. Like this morning I woke up and I had like 140 notifications because they had already started sharing. So most of it was just like shared, someone else shared for you, or someone's following you. It does boost your followers. And so far I'm really happy with it, because it's, you know, it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I haven't, this is Friday, mind you. Fridays I have really low sales usually. I don't know why, but a lot of times on Fridays I do not have good sales, which is weird, because you would think that people are spending their money that they got their paycheck yesterday or whatever. But for some reason Fridays I don't normally have very good sales. Whether on Poshmark or eBay, I normally have really poor sales on Fridays. And today on Poshmark I already made 2 sales. I made some sales on eBay too, but I'm talking about Poshmark. So I made 2 sales, and one person has sent me an offer, and I countered because it was a really low offer. But I'm really happy about that. I've also had like 2 people ask about fabric on a couple items, or how the fabric is. So that's pretty good for being the first day. And people have been sharing my stuff all day long and follow me all day long. Like I had so many notifications this morning. I was like, whoa, it's like 141 notifications by the time I got out of the shower. I was like, yay. So I'm happy so far. We'll see how it is every day. Definitely if it continues and I'm making I want to make more than 2 sales a day if I'm using this personally, although when I figured out $89.99 is basically $90, right? And you divide that by 30, that's only $3 a day that you're actually spending. So I've already made my money back from today, and if I keep selling enough each day, I just have to make $3, you know, at least $3 to pay them back, right? So I really don't think that's very bad for all the sharing. $3. I don't know how they can do it. I know Poshmark has strict policy against bots, so I don't think it could be a bot, and I don't think it could be a bot unless they have some special program that's not super fast. I don't think they would do that because that would really jeopardize their whole company if it came out they were using a bot, you know. So other than that, they're probably it might be overseas. I don't know exactly where they're getting their VAs, but that's a lot of money to some people depending on what country they're in. Anyway, so yeah, I'm happy so far with where it's going, and it's awesome to see people sharing and following me like all day long. Usually I will get some shares and follows normally anyway, but nothing like this. So that's been really awesome, and so far I'm really happy with it. But we'll see. I'll probably make another video in a few days and see and let you know how it's going. So far I'm very happy with it. If there's something you're interested in, I will leave a link in the description box for you where you can just go and check it out and see if it's something you want to do. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and that it was informational for you. Informative, informational, I don't know, whatever. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.